Good day everyone. Today, we will talk about the next theorem in inequalities in two triangles, particularly, the converse of the Hinge theorem, also referred to as side-side-side inequality theorem. This theorem states that if two sides of one triangle are congruent to two sides of another triangle, and the third side of the first triangle is longer than the third side of the second, then the angle opposite the longer side of the first triangle is larger than the angle opposite the third side of the second triangle. Figure 1 shows that, if triangle ABC and triangle DEF, with AC congruent to DF, because they have similar tick marks, AB congruent to DE since they also have similar tick marks, and BC is greater than EF, by converse of Hinge theorem, measure of angle A is greater than measure of angle D. Consider the first example. Given the diagram below, what can be concluded regarding measure of angle 1 and measure of angle 2? In the figure, the opposite angle of the side, with length 20 units, is angle 1, while the opposite angle of the side, with length 21 units, is angle 2. So, if 20 is less than 21, then measure of angle 1 is less than measure of angle 2. Example 2. Use the figure below to complete the statements on the right. Use greater than, less than, or equals. In the figure, the length of AB and CD are both 26 units, AD is 11 units, CD is 16 units, and BD is congruent to BD by reflexive property. Now, compare AD and CD. Answer: AD is less than CD. Next, AB is blank CB. Answer: equals, because they have the same length. Next, BD is blank BD. Answer: equals, because BD is congruent to itself. Next, measure of angle ADB is blank measure of angle CDB. Answer: equals, since their opposite sides have the same length. Lastly, measure of angle CBD is blank measure of angle ABD. Answer: greater than, since CD is greater than AD. Example 3. Write an inequality to describe the possible values of x and determine the possible integral values of x. First, find the upper limit of the value of x. Upper limit means the highest possible value of x. From the diagram, 3x minus 3 degrees is opposite 30 cm and 33 degrees is opposite 36 cm. If 30 cm is less than 36 cm, then 3x minus 3 is less than 33. This is the relation between the corresponding legs. By addition property of inequality, add both sides by 3. 3x minus 3 plus 3 is less than 33 plus 3. Simplify. 3x is less than 36. Divide both sides by 3. We get, x is less than 12. Second step, find the lower limit or the lowest possible value of x. Note that, the angle must be greater than 0. So, to write an inequality, 3x minus 3 is greater than 0. Add both sides by 3, we get, 3x is greater than 3. Divide both sides by 3. X is greater than 1. Last step, write the compound inequality. X is greater than 1 but less than 12, which means that the possible integral values of x are 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 11. Last example. Find the range of the possible values of x. From the diagram, we know that JH is congruent to GH, EH is congruent to EH, JE is greater than EG. Therefore, by converse of Hinge theorem, measure of angle JHE is greater than measure of angle GHE. To find the range of the possible values of x, first find the upper limit of the value of x. Since measure of angle JHE is greater than measure of angle GHE. By substitution, 6x plus 15 is greater than 65. By subtraction, property of inequality, subtract both sides by 15. Simplify. 6x is greater than 50. By division property of inequality, divide both sides by 6, x is greater than 8 and 1/3 or 8.33. Next, find the lower limit or lowest possible value of x. Use the fact that the measure of any angle in a triangle is less than 180 to write a second inequality. So, measure of angle JHE is less than 180. By substitution, 6x plus 15 is less than 180. By subtraction property of inequality, subtract both sides by 15. Simplify. 6x is less than 165. By division property of inequality, divide both sides by 6. X is less than 27.5. Therefore, the range of the possible values of x written as compound inequality is x is greater than 8 1/3 but less than 27.5. This means that the possible values of x is between 8 1/3 and 27.5. That's all for today. I hope you enjoy and learn. Thank you for listening. See you on my next video. Stay safe everyone.